them. Can we stand up? Can we stand up? Can we stand up? Can we stand up? Haya, tuchore coconut kwanza, alafu do another thing. Coconut we said C O C O N U T. Haya, can we do it again? C O C O N U T. We're doing a different thing now. When I say clap, you clap once. So when I say your name, you shout one name. When I say sit, you sit. When I say stand, you stand. So. Clap. 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 Your name. Your name. Sit. Stand. Clap. Your name. Clap. Your name. Your name. Sit. You shall do the opposite. When I say clap, you shout your name. When I say sit, you stand. When I say stand, you sit. Ukishindwa unakuja hapa mbele and you dance for us. I have said the thing the opposite. When I say clap, you shout your name. When I say sit, you stand. Stand, you sit. I have clap. Your name. Your name. Your name. Your name. Your name. Stand. I have clap. 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 Sit. Start. What are you hesitating? You are hesitating. Stand. Clap. Clap. Your name. 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 Stand. Stand. Sit. Clap. 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 Haya, stand. Sasa
Please offer my mind one time because it's sitting on the mic and you know I got the vibe. It's the 254, your boy.
Karibu Kanairo,
Karibu Kenya.
kuja niko shopako. Let's look at personalities and temperaments. Where you can come over personalities and temperaments. How do they influence careers? Now, generally speaking, we have people we call extroverts and introverts. So, extroverts ni wale wa kuongea sana, talkative people. Then introverts are quiet and reserved. Do they influence careers? Yes. For example, when someone is an accountant and is social, outgoing, which means is extroverted, is social, outgoing, talkative, I think it will not really augur well. But someone who is quiet, reserved, reticent will make a better what? Accountant. But somebody may ask me now, if I want to be a lawyer and I'm an introvert, will I really succeed? Yes, because law is not just about going to court. We have different forms of law, like criminal law, commercial law, constitutional law, public law.
Yes.
Yes. So you need to understand the one you are doing. For example, if you are a constitutional lawyer, it means that your work is more into studying about constitutions and all that. So it's about writing and all that. So different from criminal law. Now, we have the 4 major temperaments. But before we get to the major 4 temperaments, I want us to look at something called the Riasek model. Just like R. Then under R, I, A, S, E, then C. So there is something we call Riasek model, which has to do with the you grouping yourself, knowing which area are you good at, where do you have the orientation. Riasek, R is people who are realistic. They are realistic. They are investigative. 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 A, they are artistic. Artistic. Artistic guys. S, social. Social people. Social. E, enterprising. Enterprising. And then C, conventional. Conventional. Now, more into that, I wanted to indicate that people who are realistic, they are doers. Just get into it again, put a hyphen again. That's conventional. Conventional. From the word convention. Conventional. Yeah? So realistic people put another hyphen and say they are doers. Realistic. So these are people who are hands-on. They like doing things. They like operating machines. So they are hands-on. Operating tools. Give me a good example of a career there. IT. Architect. Let's go to investigative. The investigative guys, they are thinkers. Thinkers. They like thinking. This world does not have people who love thinking. A few love thinking. Somebody said this world is over 7 billion people, only 5% think. 15% think they are thinking. And 80% don't think at all. Where do you fall? 5% are think, 15% are think they are thinking, or 80% does not think at all. You are happy, my friend. 15%. You think you are thinking. Where are you? 5%. Where are you? Walim, where are you?
80.
So, if you are investigative, you can be a lawyer, professor, psychologist, you know. I am artistic, they are creators, they like creating things, creators. Creators. Give me examples of careers there. Authors, architects, painters, physicians, web designers, musicians. I are social, they are helpers, they love helping people, helpers, helpers. Give me examples of careers where people help others. Social work, public speaking, public speaker, nursing, yes, teaching. What else? Pastoral work, who are pastor, neurosurgeon, good. Human resource officer, umesema pastor, any church you are in, whether PCA, Anglican, SK, Jibambe na Yesu ministry. Hiyo church yenye pastor wanapiga wanaite kwa madhabahu. Enterprising are influencers. These are influencers. Public speakers, marketers, you know, many more. Conventional are organizers. These are people who are organizers. They are conventional in nature. Watu wa kiofisi. Kama watu wamevaa tai hapa mbele, unaona? Watu wa kiofisi hawa. Conventional guys. Accountants, school principals, you know. Give me more. Now, where do you think you fall? Uko wapi? Where do you fall? Where do you fall, my friend? Where do you fall? Social, eh? He knows it's social. Where do you fall? Artistic. 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 Where do you fall? Yeah, you can have more. That's I, yes, after I. After R. Yes, sir. Aya, we want to get to another thing. Have you heard about the 4 temperaments? Yeah, 4 temperaments. 4 temperaments. One is choleric. Choleric people are authoritative. Number 2, sanguine. Sanguines. Fun. People who love fun. Everything they want fun to be neat. Sanguines. 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 I have 3. We have phlegmatic. 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 Temperaments. Then melancholic. Yes. Now, phlegmatic are perfectionists. Melancholic peaceful. Melancholic, the other way around. Perfectionists are melancholic and phlegmatic are peaceful. Phlegmatic. Then sanguines are the fun guys and choleric and authoritative guys. Now, there is something that is done. You can do a personality test both for YESEC and for the 4 temperaments. Are we together? So you need to find a place where you can. So within this, choleric, sanguines, phlegmatic, and melancholic, you might not have 1 temperament. You may be having even 2, not just 1. Yes, but you must do a personality test. Mugai, I want us to explore the 7 intelligences. Just the rest of you do the 7 intelligences, so that these guys can also place themselves. That's the second last thing we are doing. Then we get questions. In 1983 at Harvard University, a guy called Howard Gardner developed what he called 7 intelligences. Being an intelligent person is not just about being book smart or being number smart, but it is wide. Yeah? Let me ask you a question. When you're a professor, you are driving your car, and your car has a mechanical breakdown. Who would you call? A mechanic. So the intelligence is determined by the work needed at that particular time. So a mechanic is intelligent in his own way. A professor is intelligent in his own way. In 1983, Howard Gardner developed the 7 intelligences. Number 1 is what we call verbal linguistic. Verbal linguistic. Hyphen linguistic. These are people in brackets who are word smart. Their intelligence is in using words. Words. They become journalists. They become authors. What else do they become? Yeah? Where words are needed, either written or spoken. Lawyers. Agriculture. Number 2. So they are word smart. Number 2, logical, mathematical. Logical, mathematical. Logical, mathematical. They are logic or number smart. These are great mathematicians, like your maths teachers. Any maths teacher you know? Yes. In the school, mathematical geniuses. Yeah? Mwaniki hapa. Yaani akifanya maths ambayo you think it is magic, ndio? Anashika maths ile baya. Yani they are the today's Pythagoras or Albert Einstein. Yeah? So we have guys whose intelligence is logic and numbers. So those are logical mathematical. Number 3, body kinesthetics. Body kinesthetics. Body kinesthetics. They are body smart. Their intelligence is in moving their bodies. Give me examples of careers. Dancers, football, yeah, bodybuilders, athletes, any other fitness coach, actors, rugby players, you know, body smart. Number 4, musical intelligence. They are music smart. Poetry, timbre, volume, you know, those are the things that move them. Those are the things that music smart. They are music smart. Then number 5, we have spatial intelligence. Spatial, SP. They are picture smart. These are the people who are artistic. They shine in performing arts and fine arts. Give me an example of a career there. Yeah? Ile career number 4 ni music. Wakina Steve Simple Boy wako huko, si ndio? Music. Haya, spatial, it's they are picture smart. They are artistic in nature. Picture smart. Like now, architects are there. Give me more. Designers, yes. Then the sixth one is intrapersonal intelligence. Intrapersonal. Then number 7 is inter. Are you getting the difference? Intra and inter. Intrapersonal, they are self-smart. Interpersonal, they are people smart. People smart. Right. The 7th one is a very good intelligence because everyone needs to have it. New money. You need to know how to be people smart. You know how to deal with people. Because in your life you'll be dealing with people, isn't it? Whether you are a doctor or an engineer or a teacher, you'll be dealing with people. Now, intrapersonal intelligence is what you call emotional intelligence, EQ. Emotional intelligence. In bracket, just say EI. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Self-smart. EI. EI. Yes, EI. Now, Aya, can you group yourself? Can you identify your intelligences, the ones you have? Identify them. We have said Mr. Mwaniki has got logical, mathematical. Another one? Spatial. Which ones do you have? Musical and verbal linguistic. Which ones do you have? Verbal linguistic. Which ones do you have? Which ones do you have? Wow. Let's look at the last three. The last three. Body smart. Athletes, footballers. Yani their intelligence is in moving their bodies. Last thing. You want to look at skills. Yes, and I want us to look at the following skills. One is hard skills. Hard skills. Two, soft skills. Soft skills. Three, 21st century skills. 21st century skills. Four, transferable skills. Transferable skills. And five, employability skills. Employability skills. As you think about your careers, you must think about skills, okay? Are we together? Yes, the skills you get in school are called hard skills. There are skills which are not taught in school, but you need to have them. They are called soft skills. Now, here, we are finishing. Can we be attentive? Can I give you examples of soft skills? One of them is flexibility, adaptability, emotional intelligence, leadership. Those are skills you not be taught in school, but you need to have them. You hone those skills in sessions like the ones we have now and all that. Very, very important. Soft skills. Then we have 21st century skills. If you check this book, page 12, page 14, 12 to 14. Somebody can read for us some of the skills they are calling 21st century skills in this essential career guide. And you remain with the book. Thank you. I read for them.
Number one, communication skills. Number two, problem solving skills. Number three, adaptive skills. Number four, teamwork skills in brackets, collaboration. Number five, creative thinking skills, in brackets, innovation. Number six, leadership skills. Number seven, time management skills. Lastly, number eight, self-motivation skills.
Very important, thank you. Now, any job you'll engage in life, you must have those skills. They are called 21st century skills. Like now, look at that skill called innovation, or what they call creative thinking skill. Whether you are a lawyer, or a doctor, or a teacher, you need to be creative. Yes, very, very important. Then the other one is transferable skills. These are skills that can apply in any job market. Like now you see in banks, there are people who work in banks who did not train as bankers. We have teachers who work in banks. Why do they work there? It's because they are what we call transferable skills. These are skills that can be used anywhere. Like you can train as a teacher, but you find yourself working in a bank. You can train as a lawyer and you work in a what? A bank. So transferable skills, skills that can be applied in any situation. Then the last one is employability skills. Employability, the skills that make you employable. Can you look at some of them? Job hunting skills. You need to know how to look for a job. Job tests. Like now you have interviews and you have what you call aptitude tests. Who knows what aptitude test is all about? Aptitude. Yes. Can you explain to us what aptitude test is all about? Just stand and explain to them.
Aptitude test involve It is a test which assists to know the intelligence,
Correct.
both emotional intelligence and also in terms of your IQ.
Correct. Correct. Now, recently, how many people had a story about nurses who had to go and work in Britain? Did they go? Why did some of them fail to go? What was wrong? Yeah? Low aptitude. They failed English exams. Yes, English. They failed the English exam. Amkuskia, you heard about it?
Yes.
Then somebody has trained as a nurse, has gotten an opportunity to go and work abroad in Britain, but fails the exam. Like recently, we had doctors from Cuba coming to work in Kenya, isn't it? Are they still there?
Yes.
Cuban doctors, they are there. So you can train as a teacher here in Kenya, and you go work as a teacher in Asia, teach English in Asia. But for you to go and teach English in Asia, you must know this. Can you write this? There's something called TEFL. TEFL. Teaching English as a foreign language. Teaching English as a foreign language. So if you train to be a teacher of English and you want to go and teach maybe in Australia, you'll have to go to a college where they'll take you through what you call TEFL. They'll teach you how to teach that language abroad, how to teach it there. Very, very important. Very, very important. Employability skills may include networking. You know, how do you network? Like now you are in a school like this, you meet new people. Are you networking with them? Are you interacting? When people come to the school, do you network? Do you find connections? Very, very important. That's why in terms of career, we even have things like what you call job shadowing, where you're exposed to where you want to go and work in future. Job shadowing. Your mother can take you to a hospital because you want to be a doctor in future, or take you to a law firm because you want to see how lawyers do their work. Sawa sawa. Sawa. I want us to use the remaining time to ask questions. Thank you very much for listening. I would want to respond to your questions. Maswali? Yes?
What is the advice of person that up to now maybe it's in one four or what really other what he wants to do, which I don't want to do.
Is there anyone who would want to respond to that also? Somebody is in Form 3 or Form 4? Or in Form 6? But doesn't know what he wants to do. Yeah, it does happen. Because again, issues to do with career needs skills like self-awareness, life skills like self-awareness, self-concept. So what would you tell such a person? What would you tell such a person? What would you tell such a person? Yes, yes. You want to help me answer that?
Also figure out what you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't really have any passions, see what you can learn, and maybe through what you learn, you gain a passion. Once you have a passion, and your passion is product.
Correct. I will give out something, a document called career questionnaire. Career questionnaire. And I would want you to fill that career questionnaire. So the Department of Careers will print for you, and you can fill the form. By filling the form, the career questionnaire, I think it will give you an idea if you are struggling to get. Sawa?
Yes.
Yes. Another question? Another question? Yes.
How do you know when you're finishing the story? And is there a way to know that one has made it?
How do you know you're finishing strong? That's question 1. And then question 2. Things to consider as someone who has made it. That is in school or outside school. Oh yeah, whether you have reached the, yeah, I think knowing that you've made it in your career is something you feel satisfaction, contentment, not just in terms of money, but in many forms. How do you know you're finishing strong? Anyone who wants to help me answer that? How do you know you're finishing strong? Do you have anyone who wants to help me answer that? In our talk, we addressed four points. Now, how I wish that we get back to those 4 points and see, that's according to my argument. That if I'm able to know my strengths, my weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, the SWOT thing, then I know I'm on the right track. Number 2, we talked about what? Number 2, what would you consider? 5 forms of disciplinary in place. Number 4, number 3, what did you consider? Yeah. Exam preparation strategies are in place. Stress. Only some people there have already left us here. Another meeting. We are finishing. Another question. Another question, yes. Not really. Life is an ingredient of many things. So it's not just about grades. Unaelewana? Yes, so the grade alone is not enough. That's why we are here today to talk about even careers. So grade alone is not enough. But remember, the grade you score will determine your career. Like what? And you have what you call cluster. The cutoff, every year has got its cutoff. Like now, as we speak, cutoff for universities is C class of 6 points. Yeah? Cluster has to do with the 4 critical subjects that are relevant in a particular career. So the grade you score overall and the grade you score in particular subjects will determine your what? Your career. So you see the way they are connected. But grade alone is not enough. Yes.
You said some people with talent.
Yes. Yes.
So let's say I'm a talent. And my great talent are me. But then the time I get them out. How do I get that balance of my books and cooperation?
I think in a school setup we have a routine, we have a program. So there is time for academic work, and there is time for curricular activities. That is in a school setup. So the curricular activities may include the games or the clubs and all that. So in a school setup, it is very easy to like now when schools will close. It will not touch us so much, but for those ones who are still in school, who are still going to be in school, when schools close, they need to be able to strike a balance. You should also be able to balance it to the what? Talent, senior, and what you are able to do outside lecture rooms, which is very, very important. So university will not just be about going to the lectures and going to the library, but you must also find something you can do. Like now for me, when I was in the university, I used to write apart from study. Yeah. And participating in mentorship programs in the schools around. So you must find something you can do. Very important. Can we take 2 more questions? Then we drop the ball. Yes, there. To do? Oh, psychology. Psychiatry. Can you check there? There is a section of, can also check this. The cluster subjects, read for him directly. The cluster, the four cluster subjects. Check some social sciences section, social sciences, psychiatrists, psychologists, there is the social sciences, economics. They'll read for you the exact subjects required. Yes. 844 system. 844. We have group 1 to group 5. Group 1 we have maths, English, Kiswahili. Group 2 we have the sciences. Remember group 1, those are compulsory. They are called compulsory subjects. Group 2, sciences. So we have chemistry, biology, physics, general science, 4 of them. Group 3, we have humanities, where we have CRE, geography, history, IRE, HRE. Group 4, we have technicals. Technicals, we have computer, agriculture, we have what? Home science, business studies for group 5. French for group 5. We have metal work, woodwork, electricity. Group 5, we have the business and the foreign languages. Business, German. We have French. What else? Arabic, yes. Now, when you talk about clusters, so in any career, maths is applicable, unless it is a science-oriented course where physics can be used instead of maths. But maths is needed in every career because it's a requirement. It's a requirement. Sasa kama una struggle na maths, jisort mapema. Jisort tu mapema. Did you get it? You can show me. Oh, you want to read for you? Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I got this. You have to do biology, chemistry, mathematics, physics, and geography. One of them. English, Swahili, English and Swahili, history and government, geography, theory, Islamic, Hindu, at least one of them.
Kuna zingine nasoma which there you need to, I think, have you checked that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But you can give him the book to check. You can check specifically. You can come check specifically. Even after reading for you.
Okay. Yes. The following you choose at least one. Home science, art and design, agriculture, woodwork, metalwork, building and construction, power mechanics, electricity, drawing and design, aviation technology, computer studies, this one. Okay. The other one also choose at least one. German, Arabic, music, business studies, business and language.
Did you get the idea of the 4 subjects? Those were in the 844 system. The 4 relevant subjects in a particular course, which is different from the 7 that determine the grade. So every career has got the 4 subjects that are required, which when calculated 4 times 12 is 48. So you may find that the cluster for law at UN is 46, but the cluster for law at Moi University is 44. Why do you think the cluster for law in UN will be high compared to Moi? It's a city campus. The demand is high. What about kusoma Nairobi? What about kwenda kusoma kwa msitu huko Rombo University? Ama Kibabi University in Bungoma? Ama Kabianga in? Kabianga iko wapi? Kericho bwana. Kericho. Another question, maybe the last one. Last question, yes.
What the obstacles that most students face at the high school education?
Obstacles that face, eh? There are several obstacles. Dismal performance can be an obstacle. Can poor performance after KCSE, in KCSE, or in if you are in the other system, IGCSE, isn't it? Yes, that can be an obstacle. The other obstacle can be when you engage in antisocial behavior, like you get into drugs, you get into what else? Criminal activities. You join a gang. Mtu anasema sex. Sex can be an obstacle. As in, sex addiction can also lead to early pregnancy. What about boys who don't become pregnant, but they are lack of resources can also be. You may want to do something and resources are not enough. Lack of useful networks, exposure, very important. Exposure. Swali la mwisho. Yes. Tuko pamoja? Umepata swali ameuliza? Have you had the questions here? Umepata swali ameuliza? What are you? Eustress and distress. Eustress, we say it is positive, distress is negative. Now, we say eustress is useful stress. It is positive. But distress is harmful. It's not good. Because if it's not managed and mitigated well, it can spill to depression, and depression can lead to suicidal thoughts. Presence of distress, depression, and suicidal thoughts means you lack what you call mental health. Afya kiakili haiko. So when you lack the mental health, it can take a toll on you. It can have devastating effects. Like now, they were saying that during COVID-19, many people died because of lack of mental health. When somebody is sacked, cannot bear up with the sacking, somebody is laid off, it affected. Some of us could not bear it because you are at home for long. Uko tu nyumbani. You're wondering what next. You're not meeting your friends physically. So it was too tough for people. How many faced very difficult times due to COVID? It was a bit tougher for them. Mwalimu here, it was tougher for him. Wengine walikuwa tu wako sawa mwalimu. They don't live in Kenya. They don't live? Oh, they don't live in Kenya. Oh, so that's why they didn't have any challenge. They were in Tanzania. There was no problem. Oh, na Tanzania huko kulikuwa na mambo ilikuwa tu sawa kuwa na COVID. Great. I want to stop there. Thank you very much for listening. We shall send materials for that, to that effect. Your teachers will print for you. I want to say that we are very grateful for your cooperation, for your attention. We have spoken to you half a day. That calls for continuous span and attention. So thank you very much, guys. We have enjoyed talking to you. God bless you so much. Mudia is taking it the best business teacher. Some of these things you have been teaching them, you are doing Yeah. Sawa, asanteni sana.
We come to the end of the session. Passed by what is the power of the legislative. First of all, to thank Mr. Victor and Mr. Lee. A very thoughtful session. A lot of things. In fact, I've done out of thinking somewhere of thinking. One day, I have to get very hard. The moment you mention quite a number of things that have to get them, very down. Thank God. I can even repeat what is done in the whole version. That's that. Now, I want to conclude in less than 3 minutes. Listen. When a mother gives birth to a child, the birth process ends. When a mother kills another person, the life stops there. The first one is ending, this one is stopping. Then when a teacher teaches, trains, and inspires, his influence lingers on forever. PSC number like myself, PSC number. Then his training, his teaching, then in terms of workplace, he's a consultant. Then he has a lot of influence today on your path. In fact, for those who have been following you, because for me, I work with a number. He has talked about 10%. It's a very high value for us. Very high. 10% is off. But 90% is a good value. What is a name? It's a name. It's a well-done job. It's a name. So please, those who have been listening, just do the pictures that I have done even myself and manually with them. That's all. They are there to linger on. 2 hours, I'm telling you. There are so many things I've mentioned. Just run away with them. Let it be part of it. This was sort of the south. I think that's the essential because it's only